back to the Mr. Excel podcast. I'm Bill Jelen. Great trick for you today, although it's a little obscure. Lots of times we try and use Excel to set up very complex forms. And if you think about a form, you might have information in section 1 at the top, and then section 2 and section 3. And when you make, let's say, column A wide enough for section 1, once you get down to section 2, you may need column A to be really narrow. And it's really tough to set up these forms in Excel. They hardly ever work out that the column widths in the first section match the column widths in the second or third section. Here I have an example of some sort of a statement. In section 1, we have 5 columns, and the fourth column is kind of wide. In section 2, we have 3 columns, and they don't line up at all with section 1. And then down in section 3, I have 6 columns, and again, they don't line up at all with what I had before. Well, the way that I pulled this off is a really obscure trick. This section 1 is not actually data at all. This section 1 is a camera tool picture of something set up on another worksheet. So I actually have 4 worksheets in this workbook. The first worksheet is what I'm going to print. The second, third, and fourth worksheets have the actual data for section 1, section 2, and section 3. Let me delete section 1 from this worksheet, and we'll go take a look at sheet 2. So here I've set everything up. I've made the columns as wide as they need to be, and I'm going to hit Control-C to copy and then go back to sheet 1. Now here's the trick. I want to paste section 1 to about this section, and usually I would go Edit Paste. Instead, I'm going to hold down the Shift key while I click the Edit button, and I have something new now called Edit Paste Picture Link. When I choose that, I get an actual picture of the data on the second sheet. I can rearrange it to make it line up, and then repeat that for sheet 2 and sheet 3 to get the other sections on the report. Now, this sounds kind of crazy, but it is a cool way to build a pretty complex form where the columns in section 1 don't line up with the columns in section 2. Next time you need to build a form, give it a try. Again, that's Control-C to copy, and then hold down the Shift key while you choose the Edit menu in order to paste picture link. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on Monday for another podcast from Mr. Excel.